Hey guys, welcome back to Motorhome the Morleys, your channel for all things caravanning, getting outdoors with the kids, helping you to get the most from your caravan and inspire you to get away. Where are we?
We're at the Caravan Camping and Motorhome Show at the NEC 2019.
Indeed, it's very, very busy. So we're here this weekend. We didn't share a recent holiday with you, which was last weekend when we went away to the Forest of Dean. And we went away in our caravan and we sort of came back with the feeling that it wasn't really what we wanted, was it?
No.
So we've come to the show to check out some of the caravans that are available. It's a great opportunity to walk around everything that's here from all the manufacturers, go in everything, open all the cupboards and really analyse things one after the other and get a good overview, isn't it? So that's what we're up to today, and we'll bring that with you and we'll see how we get on later and let you know how the show's gone. So before we sort of leave here and start looking around all the caravans that are of interest to you, it's worthwhile maybe pointing out some of the reasons or some of the things we're looking for in a new caravan. So you first.
Yeah, first when we went away we discovered that really, although we kind of thought we'd got a lot of storage, that actually the space that we've got perhaps isn't as usable as it would be in a newer caravan.
Yeah.
So first and foremost really we want it to feel sort of fairly tidy when we're in it rather than the stuff everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is obviously last year we upgraded our car to something that's heavier, and that was with the option or with the potential for us to tow something that was heavier, something that was bigger, and to give us a bit more space. So we're looking to possibly move up to a twin axle, aren't we?
Yeah, we'd like to.
Yeah, and also for me to be able to upplate the caravan to give yourself a bit extra payload is also important. So twin axle, possibly 8 foot wide, depending on what the layout looks like. It's also got to be cost effective for us as well, hasn't it? So extra features as well, you know, external features, external gas locker, power outlet, gas outlet, power, those sorts of things really, really useful and something that we would see benefit from, aren't they? So without further ado, let's crack on with what's available and what we can find.
Let's go.
So we are in the new for 2019 Lunar Quasar 696. This is a twin axle caravan. It's 8 foot wide. We're going to have a quick walk around and show you some of the features. So here we are in the lounge. What do you think, Kate?
We like this caravan. It's really nice. It's got a feel of a static somehow to it. I don't know whether it's obviously the sort of sideboard in it. You should get a sideboard as such with the shelves. Lots of storage. Nice L-shaped sofa.
What are the lockers like up here?
Yeah,
overhead.
They're fairly narrow, but they're sort of plentiful, so there's lots of space.
So the bed would make up, that would pull forward.
Yeah, so the metal bars, which we
and make up into your double at the front.
Yeah, that's the one thing we're not so keen on, but that's part of the L-shaped lounge, I suppose, that you've got those legs hanging down all the time. So that's part of it.
At the front we've got the 3 lights, or three windows at the front, a roof light there, and this enormous skylight, panoramic skylight, which we really, really like. Lets loads and loads of light in. Moving on into the kitchen.
Yeah, we've got obviously an L-shaped kitchen to go with the L-shaped lounge. So all the drawers are down here. So there's like 4 big drawers that go down here. Positive ones.
Yeah, there's a cubby hole just there.
Then you've got cupboards. One big cupboard, which actually
Is it L-shaped as well?
No, not quite, but it goes back a bit. No. So you've actually got quite a bit of worktop as well with this, haven't you?
Yeah.
Compared to some caravans. Dual fuel hob.
Yeah.
Another cupboard underneath. There.
Separate oven and grill, which is good.
Some little storage holes.
And the lockers above the kitchen. These tend to be bigger in most caravans anyway. And they're a good size, aren't they? That middle one's got a shelf in.
And then plate racks and cup holders.
And cup holders in the end. So there's a good amount of kitchen storage space. There is only one socket outlet.
Microwave, obviously, a good sized, tall fridge freezer.
Deep
Yeah,
freezer.
it's deep. Fit your pizza flat on the shelf. So that's it. It's a Dometic as well, but it's a better size than
deep.
some. Yeah, some
It's
are.
a separate freezer as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the freezer size is also good.
Yeah, with a shelf in it, so that's positive.
Got a nice area there for our coffee machine.
Yeah.
With storage underneath. Now, this storage is great, I guess, when you're on site, but when you're travelling, you wouldn't obviously be able to leave breakables or anything like that in there. So it may be great for washing once you set up on site. Just before we go down there, we'll just show you the control panel, which is the central heating, and we have the Truma blown air system on it ready, and then the Lunar control panel as well for everything else. Alarm as standard. Sorry, it's not an alarm, is it? Smoke alarm 2. Standard feature really, isn't it?
It's a big bathroom as well, isn't it? A nice big bathroom.
So we've got a middle washroom. Shut the door. All good. Light. We've got a roof light in here. Sink is a nice, an adequate size with plenty of storage underneath there for all your bits and pieces in the bathroom. Hello, this is me. Wardrobe.
With 4 drawers, which is pretty good.
So wardrobe has got a hanging rail
Table.
and also the aerial. The table is stored in there too. Not the most accessible perhaps.
Yeah.
And then we've got 4 decent sized drawers.
Toilet.
Not got much space next to the loo, it has to be said. And then the bathroom,
Circular shower.
is a kind of all-in-one. Do this sort of push test, okay? Not the best. So the shower is a reasonable size. It's not the biggest, is it, that we've seen?
No. Good sized bed.
Into the bedroom.
Maybe a bit shorter than some.
Perhaps we can confirm that in the specs, but there's a pocket for books, as you can see there.
Good
the width is decent, isn't it? So maybe they're a bit shorter, but they are a decent width.
Yeah, and that's nice. They've got that on both. Little lights, which are nice. Little LED lights.
LED lights in the
good
pocket.
Because they don't get hot, because that's something in our caravan, isn't it? We found that the kids' lights get hot in our caravan. Whereas
The circular lights.
These little LED lights won't, so they're good.
Yeah. We've got blown air, obviously, outlets in the bathroom, and also just where Kate's foot is just there. Now, an
good
interestingly shaped
it's a bit
table, which is actually a good size. Which obviously there is also this flips up as well, so into a bunk. So you can get. It's doing all sorts of things.
But you would fit comfortably 4 at this table. But whether you want to eat in your bedroom, the other side of your bathroom.
Yeah, there is that, isn't there?
It feels like
as a secondary function. Yeah, you could eat there, but would you really want to bring your food through the bathroom? Locker size.
Oh, also it's going to have a window here. You've probably read the sign already, but it will have a window.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they're not that deep, are they?
Yeah, narrowish,
but they are plentiful, aren't they?
Yeah. And you've got 2 there as well.
There's 2. So not a bad amount of storage space. And obviously you
hard
could get
door. Which you don't always get.
But interestingly, it's got a lock on it.
Has it?
Yeah. There is a lock just up there, there. So what do we think?
Yeah, I like it. It is nice. Does it
The layout's great, isn't it?
External features, it doesn't, does it?
No, so the price of this is just under £24,500 with the show offer of either a motor mover or
money off a levelling system.
Or a levelling system.
Money off.
No. Oh, is it not money off? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 24,500. In terms of exterior features, which may be fairly critical to us, there's no gas point. There is no 230-volt outlet.
Solar panel.
There's no solar panel built into those prices. So as far as standard specification goes, it's a bit on the expensive side, really, for
us anyway.
For us. So
it is a lovely.
But all in all, we really like this layout. I think it's great. The L-shaped lounge at the front here really is brings something different, doesn't it? Certainly to a family layout like this. I know obviously on one of the Bailey Grande models there is an L-shaped lounge, but this really is a first for the family sort of layout. I kind of like having that TV there. It's quite big.
Yeah.
But yeah. So all in all, we like this model. It's probably a little bit expensive for us.
Yeah.
But yeah. So check it out at maybe your local Lunar dealer. On to the next one. Let's go. Moving on to the 2019 Adria Adora 623 DT. So, as you come in, lounge on the left, doors at the front. What do we think?
Yeah, I love the U-shaped lounge. For me, that's like an ideal lounge shape.
Yeah.
Television's obviously over here,
Yeah.
which you can't see at the moment. So anybody can sit anywhere, and you've all got a good view of the telly, rather than sort of having to crane yourself round. So yeah, so I love the U-shaped lounge. It is light in colour. However, it has got dark flecks in it. I think it'd hide the grime.
So the major difference, obviously, in this is obviously you haven't got the front. You haven't got the front sort of table, have you? So you've got that table which flips up and is secure and sturdy, but you don't have the drawer space, do you?
No.
So above, lockers.
Yeah, they're decent size, not too. Oh, actually, you've got a big lip there.
Yeah, they're not as tall, are they, as what we've seen before?
No.
And you've so they're
only
not.
got one. The other cupboards.
Okay, we do obviously have the 3 windows at the front, and this enormous skylight which is curved round, which is really, really nice. The blinds are pull down, similar to what we've got in our Caravan.
Yep.
Moving on into the kitchen.
Yep, kitchen area. I quite like this. I know you're not keen on this 3-ring burner, but actually I quite like that you've then got this space in front of it still on your worktop.
Yeah, you don't have the flap here, though one of the dealers said to us yesterday that you can have that.
Yeah.
It's not got the dual fuel hob, which
No.
I think, I think there's benefit to having that. So that is a little bit of a compromise. The sink is a decent size, isn't it? It's square shape.
Yeah.
And onto the cupboards over the bathroom.
See, these are good.
Into
These
the
are
kitchen.
obviously deeper than the cupboards in the living area, and they're good. You've got cup holders and plate rack. So 2 good size. Oh, that's your microwave. There you go. Didn't know that. So that cupboard. So you've actually only got the 1 cupboard in your kitchen area. That's taken up by your microwave.
Yeah,
So.
and cupboard space below the sink.
Yeah. So lots of drawers really. So that's your cutlery drawer and a bit of space as well. Then partitioned drawer there with. Looks like for recycling or something, maybe.
Yeah, perhaps.
And then a drop down flap at the bottom.
Full of rubbish.
This doesn't actually open in their van, but this should open and is a rack, so like for tins and bottles and things like that.
Yeah. Would you say that the oven and the grill seems smaller than what
we don't know this. We had this discussion last time because there was a lady in here and she was saying obviously the surround. I don't know if it's just the surround gives that impression. It does say it's a mini Prima though, so it's a Thetford mini Prima, so I'm guessing it actually probably is.
Yeah. Well, again, we'll put the description.
Yeah, I mean the grill looks the same. To me, actually, it doesn't look much different to ours. But
Are you able to open underneath it?
It's a mini Prima Mark III. Yeah, so underneath, got a drop down flap, so you can put pots and pans in there. That's nice.
It's not that deep for pans. Deep pans. High.
We get ours in there.
Obviously, there's the underneath here. We've got the opening for the blown air. Sorry, for the Alder wet central heating system, which is different to on some of the other models that we've seen. So we've got the Alder controls here, various switches, USB ports, and your 12-volt socket for television. Massive wardrobe space.
Yeah, so obviously you would need this here though, due to there being less overhead.
Less overhead space.
I do really like this. So I think in most you've got big cupboard spaces, but then it's just a hole basically, maybe with a hanging rail, but you'd have to put your own shelves in. Whereas this is I can already see all the toys and games and things, shoes at the bottom. I can sort of see where everything would go in here. I like that you've got an area that's got a lot of shelving in it.
Yeah.
So that appeals to me. Then this one is your sort of standard rail cupboard. You couldn't really use that bottom much. You could probably shove a few pairs of shoes or something down there. But
yeah. Fridge.
yeah, this is the same, I think, as in the other. It's a Thetford fridge freezer. It's very narrow and not overly deep, but we sort of found when we had the Bailey that although it wasn't
the Palermo,
you can manage. You might not put stuff in it as you would want to. You might have to sort of shove it in a bit, but there's enough space. Yeah. So it wouldn't be a deal breaker.
And underneath, has that got somewhere where you can? There is also
an extra
secret
bit of storage. Oh, that's quite handy. You would get pots and pans in that.
Yeah, secret compartment there, which is black, obviously to blend in with what looks like the fridge. So that's quite cool. Moving on into the back then. So
always really good sized beds in, obviously. These in an Adria, so they're teenagers, no problem with that, easy, can go in there.
Yeah. They're wide, aren't they? You haven't got an accessible flap underneath the bottom, which probably would be handy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Not sure what teenagers would think about elephants on the light.
This seems a little flimsy.
This is just an extra. Can go up down though.
Yeah, that folds down.
So when you see it on the picture, it doesn't even have that.
Yeah.
But depends whether, obviously, if you've got little ones, you wouldn't want them to be rolling out of it. But
no.
As an older child, you don't care if they roll out.
No. So onto the side dinette.
So good sized side dinette. With our little ones, we would fit 4 on there. If you've got obviously teenagers, you wouldn't really, like bigger children. But me sat with Isla and you sat with Livy, or vice versa, we would just about fit.
There's no intrusion down underneath.
No intrusion, so there's feet, plenty of space.
Storage space then?
Then you've got the 2 lockers in here, similar to it in the front really.
Yep.
But anyway, but big, no shelves though.
Obviously there is under seat storage too, but so that's I mean that's a good space too. That's obviously got an external access point as well. So you can get bits and pieces in there from outside. So moving on into the bathroom, 2 big under the sink storage compartments, so locker space, decent size mirror, toilet on the left here with a window and also another mirror in there. The shower opening, by comparison to some of the others, does feel a little bit narrow across here, but once you're in, it's fine. There's obviously a vent above that as well, so yeah, it's perfectly usable. We also have additional compartments here to store your perfumes, aftershaves, toiletries, toothbrushes. So what do we think to the Sava?
Yeah, I like it, spacey. Probably now, I think maybe not quite enough storage for us though.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems to have less storage than I imagined it had really.
Yeah, having looked at everything else, and that's the whole point really of doing this here, is that we're so lucky and fortunate to be able to just swing around absolutely everything that's available. By comparison, we still really like this Adria. And one of the things we haven't mentioned yet is that there is an option to upplate it as well, so you can give yourself an even more payload, which is certainly of use, especially if you want to put on 2 motor movers, which obviously weigh a fairly significant amount. So anyway, on to the next.
Yep.